Hey, coming back for round two. Hopefully this all ends up in one recording. I don't know how this is going to work exactly. Either way, on referrals, I wanted to point this out just really quick. It came up in a question after I stopped the last recording, but you don't want to call referrals until you have at least 100 referrals that you've never called that you don't know. Okay, now obviously if you get referred to someone that you do know, that's a different story. That doesn't count. But referrals that you don't know, do not call them until you have at least 100 and get trained by your manager. Okay, calling people that don't know you personally, that don't have a vested interest in helping you and seeing you do well, it's a different script, a different approach. It's not the same. What we don't want, we can teach you, there's a skill and everything. What we don't want is that you just start winging it. Like, oh, I'm going to start calling these people. That it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So here's what I just want to show you guys is my referrals notebook. Okay, so I've got my first page in my book always has 20. I need to fix this, by the way, because ideally your first 3 to 5 pages would all have 20. Okay, and I will tell you this openly. Don't BS every page. Just BS the first 3 to 5. Okay, now if you asked your mom to give you a bunch of people, and she did, well, those are all referrals. So if your mom gave you a bunch, I would just write her list up, even if it's your handwriting, but it's her list. That makes sense, yeah? I did that. It's somewhere in the middle when I got my mother-in-law to give me a whole bunch, and I just wrote the list. It wasn't technically, I didn't ask her the same as I did on an appointment because it was just us sitting down over dinner, but I wrote up a referrals page for her and had her fill it in. So it looked like a normal referrals page, right? But your first 3 to 5 pages, you want all of them to be filled to 20. And it's psychological. The reason is it sets the expectation for customers that this is how many I should be given, right? But I'm just going to show you. After the first couple, it's hit or miss. Some of them are filled all the way to 20. Some of them actually went beyond 20. Some of them gave a poo-poo number that's embarrassing, like this one, right? But I just want you guys to see this notebook is completely filled all the way with referrals, all the way to the very last page in the notebook. And then this is my second referrals notebook. All right, there's a couple in here. How far does this one get filled up? Yeah, so this is the last page with writing on it. So you can see that notebook is roughly halfway filled with referrals. And then this one is just my general Cutco notebook. It's got some call lists in it. It's got some referrals in it. It's got some sales pages in it. It's got my phone approaches in it. This is just a general Cutco notebook that's a little bit disorganized. But why do I show you that? I've got 3 different notebooks. 2 of them, one is completely filled to the brim. One's halfway filled. One's got some overflow. There's so many referrals. There's literally, I haven't counted in a while, but there's more than 200 that I've never called. That doesn't include the ones that I did call 4 times, stopped calling. And by the way, I don't erase their number forever. I take it off my call list, but it's still in the referrals notebook. Because a couple of years go by, I mean, I can call them and it's like fresh, you know? But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. When you're building up your list, my intention is A, that you see how many you can get without even working on referrals and relying on other people to give you people. And also that you're not jumping into calling referrals too soon. So get them, accumulate them, protect them, but wait until you have 100 and talk to your manager before you call them.